This is Cooking Simplified with JJ Evans. Happy St. Patty's Day. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do something very simple over here in the kitchen. We're going to do a veggie basil pesto alfredo sauce with rotini. As you can see here, I've already cooked our rotini. This is just 1 pound of rotini pasta, and I went ahead and I cooked it in advance, so that would already be out of the way. And the rotini was 99 cents, of course, and it came from my favorite store, Kroger. And then our basil pesto alfredo is private selection, and it was $2.49 at Kroger. And as you can see, it's just ready to go. Then we have our sweet bell peppers. This is 7 cut up all together. These are the smaller baby ones. And then we have 4 cloves of garlic that I minced over top of them, because this is the second thing that we're going to add to our pot. Now in our pot here, I've already started 2 8-ounce containers of mushrooms. These are white mushrooms. And then we have 8-ounce container of fresh broccoli florets that I've already thrown in here with 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So as you can see, these have been cooking for about 3 minutes now. I'm probably going to cook them down another 3 more minutes, because I don't want to cook them all the way through, because I still have to add my sweet peppers and I have to add my garlic. And then I already have 2 chicken breasts already pre-cut up over here. Now our chicken breast was just left over, and we went ahead and cut it up into small pieces, and we rolled this like a day ago. So that really doesn't count as an expense. With our sweet peppers here, this was $3 for a big bag. And then our garlic, I always have garlic on hand, so that's not an expense, but normally 69 cents. Broccoli florets were of course $1.99 this week at Kroger's. And then for the 2 containers of our white mushrooms that we're cooking down with the broccoli, those were $2 a piece. They were on sale. So this is starting to cook down just how I want it to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in our sweet peppers and our garlic. Now as far as our spices here, we have our basil leaves, we have our marjoram leaves, we have our onion powder, Italian seasoning, thyme, oregano, our garlic powder, we have our black pepper, italicized salt, and we have our Lowry seasoning. Now of course, when it comes to the bigger seasonings back here, I normally do a tablespoon or 2. When it comes to our smaller seasonings, I use teaspoons instead. Now, you can do this however you want to, as desired, but it's just how I work in the kitchen. I feel like when you're doing a recipe, you always want to add tablespoons when it comes to salt, when it comes to garlic powder, and sometimes you can add tablespoons when it comes to onion powder as well. So that is about 2 tablespoons of our Lowry's. Then we're just going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of our italicized salt. And then we have our black pepper here. We're just going to add in just 1 big tablespoon. You just want to season your vegetables really well. Not saying that vegetables don't have a good seasoning or a good taste to them at all, but kind of want a little bit more flavor in case you have a picky eater, or just in case you're like, they taste kind of bland. I like a little bit more seasoning to my food. And then of course we're using 2 tablespoons of our lovely garlic powder. Okay. With our oregano, I'm just going to add a little bit more. I'll probably do a tablespoon today. Normally I would do 1 to 2 teaspoons, but I'll just do 1 big tablespoon. We're adding in a little tiny teaspoon of our fresh thyme. Then we're going to add in our Italian seasoning, and actually let me open the other side because it doesn't come out as well when I use the other little one. And this is 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And today we're going to do a tablespoon of onion powder. And then we're going to do just a teaspoon of our marjoram leaves. And then for our basil, just a teaspoon, nothing crazy. Okay, if you'll bring the camera closer, lovely. As you can see, it's starting to cook down, and it's cooking down very lovely. The key to this is you don't want to overcook your vegetables. I just want to make sure that all of our seasonings have been blended in like they're supposed to. And again, this is still a healthy meal that has a lot of flavor to it. So you're not losing any flavor. If you have a picky eater, they will really love this meal. And it's a great way to have your kids eat vegetables, or if you're an adult, we're always running and on the go and we never get enough vegetables, or we're not eating enough fruits to stay balanced. So this is a good meal. All you have to do simply, if you want to, is add a quick salad to go with this. It could be Caesar, or it could be a regular little salad, just a side salad if you want to do that. Okay, let me check on our broccoli florets. Go bring the camera a little bit closer. I'm gonna let this cook for another minute. You just put the lid on. And turn the heat up just a little bit. That should be perfect. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and add in our lovely chicken that is already pre-cut, and we cut it into strips. You could cube it if you wanted to, but I find that it's a little bit hardier when I cut it into strips. Cubing, it's okay. Now we're going to add our basil pesto by Private Selection over the top. You just want to take a spoon and get it all in there. Make sure we don't leave any of this wonderful sauce behind. I'm obsessed with basil pesto. As you can see, I've done basil pesto chicken. I've done another kind of basil pesto pasta. So it's my favorite, if you can tell. But I will be incorporating much more, and I will be doing some grocery updates. So I had a coworker ask me recently, how do you go grocery shopping? And she said, I hope it doesn't sound silly, but I'm not too sure on how to budget out and plan like my meals and do any of that. So if you could please upload a video. So I will have one coming this week, so that my viewers can know exactly how to shop, and then of course how to plan out their meals and their menus and their grocery list, and how to actually set up a grocery list if you don't know how. So we're just going to give this a quick stir over top of all of our lovely vegetables. The smell is amazing. You just want to make sure that we coat all of our vegetables and all of our chicken. Simmer so my sauce can completely warm through. So I'm going to cut my heat down probably to about a 2, so that it's still warming, but at the same time we can go ahead and have our sauce warm. And I'm like, if you want to, you can add this to a container and pour the sauce and the vegetable and chicken mixture over top of it, and add it to a larger container with the rotini and give it a good shake. That way the sauce is completely coated. Or if you want to serve it separately and have rotini on top, or excuse me, on the bottom, and then go ahead and add this to the top, that would be perfect as well. But please look forward to more videos coming in the next week, of course, on the grocery shopping, and then I plan on doing another fabulous recipe as well. If you have any questions or concerns, or you want to leave me a quick comment on how I'm doing, or a quick comment on a recipe that you would like to see, please feel free to let me know. This has been Cooking Simplified with JJ Evans. Please have a good St. Patty's. Bye!